do, Rian Johnson? What did you do? Did you do something on purpose? Oh, yeah. I think Rian Johnson did something on purpose, and he was a very, very, very bad boy, and I think he needs the treatment. Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube harpy, and today we're talking about this round-headed, little scared little man, this trollish little man, Rian Johnson. And you know what? I needed a little bit of extra rage for this one because who are you? Why are you here?
I am Rob Robot Shlomo from Midnight's Edge. Midnight's Edge after dark. My own channel, Robot Shlomo. I appear here every once in a while. I am here because
Rian Johnson did it on purpose. We knew it.
Yeah.
We knew he did, but now the editors are confirming that. Force Awakens editor says Last Jedi tried to undo the trilogy.
Yeah, this comes to us from CBR, which is always good for a laugh. Every so often.
Yeah, when they're not attacking me and the Fandom Menace and calling us a bunch of ists and phobes and whatevers.
White male rage. Yeah, or phobies. Phobieists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phobieists.
Editors for Disney's new Star Wars trilogy believe Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi tried to undo J.J. Abrams' work on the saga. Oh, you think?
Yeah, no shit. We could have told you that one.
Two editors close to Disney Star Wars. See, they even call it. They're starting to call it Disney Star Wars trilogy. Have spoken out against Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi.
Finally,
claiming the 2017 movie was designed to quote unquote undo the franchise's arc. Editors Marianne Brandon and Mary Jo Markey were guests on the Mission Impossible centric Light the Fuse podcast. There's a Mission Impossible podcast?
Apparently.
Okay. Well, maybe I should check it out. I don't know. Where they offered thoughts on Johnson's The Least Jedi. Yes, I did call it The Least Jedi.
Because it kind of is. It's the least. Well, I don't know. I think it's a little more watchable. It has porgs.
It was. Yeah, and porgs are tasty.
I'm the only one who likes porgs. They're cute.
Well, anyway, they go on. It was a different take on the Star Wars saga, Brandon said. To Ryan's credit, no, see, there's your first mistake.
Don't kiss stop kissing his butt already. He's kind of a troll.
Well, she's an editor in Hollywood. Yeah. She works in Hollywood, so she doesn't know if she's gonna be working with him at any point in the future. To Ryan's credit, he stuck to what he wanted to do. And he wanted to deconstruct the film and go in a different direction. I'm tired of that deconstruction.
And that's your problem. You're in an established effing franchise. Well, you need to stick to what it is. You can't just say, oh, I'm hired for Star Wars. I'm going to make an Abbott and Costello comedy.
Well, okay, but she doubles down. And I know it's controversial, but isn't that good? No, it's not. You're playing in someone else's sandbox. You don't deconstruct Luke Skywalker. And if you do, you better damn well sure there's something better left when you're done with it. Markey added, it's very strange to have the second film feel so consciously undo the storytelling of the first film. I'm sorry, that's what it felt like. I don't even feel like that's true about the third film. It took where the second film ended and tried to tell a story. I didn't feel like it was consciously trying to. It didn't feel that way. Okay, there's a.
So she's probably a stammerer. She probably stutters when she talks.
Yeah. Episode 8 is considered by some fans the black sheep of the newest Star Wars trilogy, with Mark Hamill also airing his grievances with some of the decisions Johnson made. With Abrams back on board to round off the saga with Star Wars: The Fall of Skywalker. Thank you, Gary Nerdrotic. Yeah, it only emphasized how different The Last Jedi was to the rest of the series. Directed and co-written by J.J. Abrams, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, stars Daily, yada yada yada. Nobody cares. Okay, it just won't go away. It just won't go away, and we're seeing now. We're seeing not people make excuses, but it's starting to drip out. It's starting. People are starting to come around. Well, they have been for a while. They're coming around, and listen, it's
if you're there stopping in the middle of a movie, even in your subconscious, to be like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? It's the wait a minute whats that really take you out of just enjoying a movie. I can put up with a lot of dumb stuff. I've watched a lot of Mystery Science Theater my whole life.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, you want to do your little deconstruction piece. Fine, do it on your own time. You don't take Star Wars and rip it apart and squat over it and take a massive dump on it.
So much so that even the actors themselves are like, wait a minute, this isn't Star Wars. Here, let me pull up that clip real quick.
I said to Ryan, I said, Jedis don't give up. I mean, even if
Jedis
he
don't give up.
had a problem, he would maybe take a year to try and regroup. But if he made a mistake, he would try and right that wrong. So right there, we had a fundamental difference. But
so that's the first thing. He's talking about Luke giving up. There's more to this. So even Mark Hamill says Luke would not give up. He would not, he might go and take a year off to kind of recoup himself, but he wouldn't just give up and fuck off to an island somewhere.
Yeah. And for 20 odd years, I mean, you've taken a franchise that was beloved by people the world over, that was handed down from parents to children, and you destroyed it within one movie. That is not something that you should say, oh, but isn't that good? No, it's not. I'm sorry, Marianne Brandon. That's not a good thing. You've destroyed Star Wars. Utterly destroyed. There's no coming back. And this Get High Republic, what do you think that's gonna do? People are gonna. Well, we're gonna have plenty of cheap books at Ollie's Cheap Stuff.
They're all gonna be at like the discount outlet bookstores for $1.97 and the dollar bookstore. Nobody's gonna buy that crap. Nobody. It looks horrible.
I wanted to deconstruct the film and go in a different direction. I know it's controversial, but isn't that good? No, it's not. Get it through your heads. It's not good. Stop defending him. Stop. Just don't say anything. What he's done is indefensible. And this is not about pining for the past. This is not about nostalgia. The movie is not good. I mean, Mahler had said, I would like to bring up Mahler. He said, you could like it, and that's fine. I like plenty of bad stuff too. But there is objective value to content. The Last Jedi is bad. It is a bad movie. It is measurable.
Here's your High Republic right here. That's a man. That looks terrible. That looks awful. Nobody wants this. And of course it's going to be in the dollar bin.
This Avar Chris, who's the bestest ever. She's the bestest Jedi ever. What about Yoda?
Well, he's just an old white dude. He doesn't count.
No, he's an old green dude.
Same difference. He's played by an old white dude, and he represents the patriarchy. Thank you very much.
This movie will not go away. The fact that it keeps coming back up every so often is a testament as to how bad it was.
The fact that people have made entire YouTube channels and careers and livings off of how bad this movie is. I mean, how many people have ended up in relationships because of how bad this movie is? How many people have completely changed their entire lifestyles because of how bad The Last Jedi was. And for people like us, I mean, it also hit with Star Trek. It also hit with Doctor Who. It also hit with pretty much every franchise thing out there that has been come in, taken over, remade with this either weird feminist agenda or weird, we have to destroy everything that came before it and tear down your stuff because you're just a bunch of old white dudes and you represent the patriarchy, so you need to be gone. And that message is just so hateful and ridiculous. It has nothing to do with equality, and that's not what they want. They want to bash men to make themselves feel superior. They want to tear down anything that is better than what they can create, because if they tear it down enough, then they can feel superior to it because they're not good enough to make something good. This is the same thing with Michael effing Chabon wanting to go in and tear apart Star Trek. This is the same shit.
The only way to make Rey look better was to tear down Luke Skywalker, the hero of the galaxy, the man who redeemed his father.
And that's a terrible look, too, for women, because now what you're telling me as a woman is that I'm supposed to have everything handed to me on a silver fucking platter because I have a magical force vagina and everything I get is handed to me because of it. And the fuck up. I'm no fucking hubris. Don't you interrupt me. No, but it's true though. That's what this message is that because you're a girl, you have no consequences for anything, and you get a world handed to you, and if you don't, you can scream, wah, patriarchy. And that's accepted in our society today. And that's the problem, is that the message in the movie is also accepted in the society today, is tear down what came before it. Get rid of the old white dudes, which is, just code for everything that came before. Because they need to feel superior because they're not good enough to make it on their own.
Again, this whose lap does this ultimately fall into? Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathy.
Because she was the one that hired Rian Johnson. She gave him a trilogy before the film even premiered. Everybody blew smoke up his ass. This is the greatest Star Wars movie ever. And then when I don't know, did I know you back then? I walked out of the theater and I said to myself, this can't be the movie they're talking about. I was
watching you guys then, but no, I think I was just watching you guys I wasn't on the show yet.
I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried to convince myself that I liked it, and then the more I thought about it, the less I liked it.
Yeah, that was me too. It's like I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to like it. People who were like, "Oh, you're so negative. You should." No, I wanted to give it a shot, and I still like porgs because I have to like something, and I like cute things no matter what. If it's a cute thing in a movie, I'm probably gonna like it.
You have to find something redeemable
to justify it, because I'm sitting there. I went to Toys R Us before they closed, got a couple of porks, put them in the cup holders next to me, and they're actually on the shelf behind me back there. That's what kind of a fan you are. You're like, oh, I get a Last Jedi movie poster if I pre-order the tickets.
Granted, there's no Toys R Us anymore, but I remember in the 80s, there were 3 toy lines that were on every shelf. I mean, and they practically all had an aisle devoted to them. It was Transformers, it was Star Wars, and it was G.I. Joe.
No, those are the boys' toys. Yeah, but then, you have your Barbie aisle. And, it's like your staple stuff.
Barbie, you had an aisle of Lego, you had an aisle of Snap models, but those were the 3 dominant toy lines in the 80s. Try to find Star Wars merchandise now. Merchandise is an indication of how healthy a franchise is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, kind of is.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of is, but nobody wants it.
You go see a movie, you walk out of the theater, that's it. But you go buy toys. You can go buy toys. You can buy T-shirts. You can buy games. You get people to spend money on a movie after the fact. That tells you that the franchise is healthy. Star Wars isn't healthy anymore. Star Wars, I hate to say it's a dying franchise. Baby Yoda is. But at the same time, Baby Yoda is not going to be enough to sustain a franchise.
Probably not, especially when we can't even get them because of the cough delays.
Yeah, but And again, this is not about being nostalgic for the past.
No, this is just about them needing to get rid of it and write a bunch of hit pieces on how it was bad in the first place. It's the same thing. People are like, oh, well, the original ones were bad. You guys complained about that. You complained about this.
No.
They complained about it. And it's the exact same pattern that we see in every single franchise.
It says, no. We did not complain about The Empire Strikes Back. What we complained about was having to wait 3 years to see if Darth Vader was really Luke's father. That's what we complained about. The 3-year layover.
The cliffhanger, you know? And they don't understand how to do that now. They think that they think people are dumb, because I think a lot of modern fans might not be that observant. You know, not like they're stupid people, but I mean, you got to question some of the choices that are being put into these, because how little do they think of the fans if their idea of, you know, this is good enough. It's just a big disjointed, jumbled mess of nothing. It's just, oh, fetch quest. And now we got to go to here to get to here to get to here to get to here, which is what we got in Rise of Skywalker. And Last Jedi, we got, you know, oh, we're going to chuck the lightsaber over our shoulder because you don't expect that. Come on. How dumb do you think the fans are? Star Wars. This is why you had so many people yelling about it. And this is why you have so many people arguing and trying to bully people and to justify their love of the movie, you know, because they are so unconfident in their own choice that they have to go and yell and scream that we don't like it. Even like Mary, she got a comment saying, you know, that somebody hated her because she didn't like The Last Jedi, and she made a channel based on it. Like, dude.
Remember when I said after we watched the Rise of Skywalker about Rey, about how she took Luke Skywalker's X-wing, his lightsaber, his force power,
and his name,
his name, his boyhood home. She might as well even take his credit score. You know, I mean,
well, she took his dick. I mean, with his lightsaber.
Honest Trailers said the exact same thing. So either Honest Trailers is listening to me or they agree with us. But please, let this movie go. Stop trying to defend it.
It's indefensible at this point. Just if you like it, be confident in yourself to not pick fights with people who don't, and stop defending it. It's not a very good movie. The fact that so many people don't like it kind of says something.
I keep saying I like bad stuff all the time. What's one of my? Do you remember what I said? What my favorite movies is?
No.
Sahara with Matthew McConaughey. I know that's a bad movie. Okay, but still, I love it.
Oh, I love plenty of bad movies too.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Mecha Random 42.
I'm Rob Robot Shlomo.
You're canceled. You're the patriarchy. You're canceled. Oh, white dude.
Hashtag Rob2.
See you guys later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.